This evening, we're tracking some severe weather. I'll have your full forecast coming up.
Also, it's been more than a week of protests now on UW-Madison's Library Mall. We'll see how it's impacted businesses in the campus area.
And a decision today by lawmakers on how the state could spend $36 million to fight the opioid crisis in Wisconsin. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Here is a live look at the Skycam tonight. An alert day is in the forecast for this afternoon. We've already seen some storms across southern Wisconsin, and it's not done quite yet.
Well, rain along with some heavy winds, hail, all possible tonight, bringing the chances for some storms to pop up. Now, for more on the timing, we got to look at your first warn forecast. Here is meteorologist Jacob Madison. Jacob?
Yeah, just missing out on our viewing area in Walworth County. There was a tornado warning early in the day, but our biggest chance of severe weather has yet to come. Right now, we are starting to see some of those showers and storms kind of bubble up in northeast Iowa, but there also are a few lighter storms just to the north of Madison, up through Wisconsin Dells, and even further north towards Camp Douglas and beyond that. But right now, our biggest concern are these storms starting to bubble up in northeastern Iowa. Right now, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for this storm until 5:30 with hail 1.25 inches in diameter, wind speeds up to 60 miles per hour. And these storms are expected to actually strengthen a little bit as they move towards southwestern Wisconsin. Now, I want to show the temperatures because it is definitely warm enough for some of the severe weather to form for the western half of our area. And I do expect temperatures to warm up a little bit here in Dane County before the evening is up. So alert day conditions are still in the forecast for this evening. We could see hail, high winds, possibly even an isolated tornado. All of southern Wisconsin could definitely see the severe weather. And again, this is going to continue for the evening hours. So here's a look at that forecast. You can see as we get closer to around 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're going to start to see those pop-up storms really move into our area and continue to impact much of our region through the evening hours. By the time we get to around 9 to 10, the storms will begin to clear out of the area with maybe some lingering showers, but anything after 10 p.m. will not be severe. It doesn't look like we're going to have that heating for any severe weather to form at that point. And then we'll be dry by tomorrow morning, but we have another chance of rain for later in the day tomorrow. I'll talk more about that and talk a little more in detail about the severe weather coming up a little bit later.
Thank you, Jacob. Stay up to date with our latest radar and forecast on this alert day as the storms move through. It's easy to download our free First Warn Forecast Weather app. It's in your app store. Just search WISC Weather.
At the Capitol today, lawmakers approved a $36 million spending plan to help combat the opioid crisis in Wisconsin.
Political reporter Will Keneally has the details.
So this money coming into the state was won through lawsuits against the opioid manufacturers. And this plan actually won rare bipartisan support on the state's budget writing committee.
I don't find this to be an offensive proposal.
Democrats had pushed for a proposal written by the state's health department, but accepted some of the changes Republicans who control the state legislature included.
I will support it, but I really think that there are some key investments here that are lacking.
Republican lawmakers zeroed out some plans, including to support families of those suffering from opioid addiction. They used that money, though, to expand medicated-assisted treatments and kits to help dissolve active medication.
These are the things that you can mix with your drugs, and within 30 seconds, you can throw the unused medications out.
But the meeting didn't end there. Democratic Governor Tony Evers had called the committee into a special meeting afterward to release funds related to PFAS mitigation. Republicans did not stay.
You know, he's trying to make up fake meetings and trying to put the blame on other people and deflect it because he's desperate to remove that blame from him.
This is a wake-up call for all of our constituents. While they continue to drink poisoned drinking water from their own taps, we're out knocking doors and asking them for their votes.
Now, the future of that PFAS money is a little bit unclear. We could see the legislature take it back up again next year when they return into session. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Happening tomorrow, President Biden will be back in the Badger State in Racine, delivering remarks about his Investing in America agenda by announcing a $3.3 billion investment in Microsoft to build a new artificial intelligence data center in Racine. That'll create over 2,300 construction jobs and 2,000 permanent jobs. It comes a month to the day after his last visit to Wisconsin. He was in Madison to present a new plan to cancel student debt. Meanwhile, just announced, Vice President Kamala Harris will return to Milwaukee next week, making a stop on her nationwide economic tour on Thursday. New information tonight at 5. The Rock County Medical Examiner's Office identifying the person who was killed in an officer-involved shooting at the end of April. 33-year-old Michael Ward of Beloit was pronounced dead at a hospital back on April 28th. The medical examiner said the cause and manner of his death are pending as additional tests are underway. Now, according to the DOJ, officers had found Ward armed with 2 bladed weapons.
Next tonight at 5, a person is in custody and another is in the hospital after a stabbing last night. Officers were called to the Target parking lot on Madison's east side just before 9 p.m. When they arrived, officers found a man with multiple stab wounds to his torso. They say his injuries are significant. Investigators say a suspect stole the victim's car but was tracked down in Racine County multiple hours after the stabbing.
May marks Mental Health Awareness Month, a time to focus on the challenges faced by millions of Americans, a time to extend support to those facing mental health conditions, erase the stigma associated with it, and advocate for families and individuals affected by mental health concerns. UW distinguished psychologist Shylamar Gain says it's also a time to focus on yourself, on self-care, to manage your stress and learn coping strategies at what can be a very hectic time of the year.
The summer months can be very busy for a lot of people, so it's important to set some boundaries around what you want to do and you don't want to do, so you're prioritizing spending your time on what's most important to you.
It's also a time to reach out to those who you think may need some help. 1 in 5 adults, 1 in 6 children experience mental health challenges, but far less actually seek or get help. And a reminder, anyone can call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, a great resource for those who may need immediate help.
Turning to more local news now, a group of runners made their way through Madison today on a journey across the U.S. They're part of a movement to bring the original meaning of Memorial Day to the forefront. Carry the Load is a public walk that has grown to nationwide acclaim. The nonprofit consists mainly of veterans who choose to walk in remembrance of their fallen service members.
But we're really excited to be here. It provides us with an opportunity to join others who are on this march across the nation in 48 different states throughout the nation, honoring our veterans, our service members, and family members as well.
The relay consists of 5 routes covering over 20,000 miles, passing through 48 states, as he just mentioned. The campus protest at UW-Madison's Library Mall continues in its 2nd week.
That protest has brought an influx of people to the area. Our Jalen Banks shares with us how it's impacting local businesses.
For over a week now, the pro-Palestine protest here on UW-Madison's Library Mall has brought a lot of attention to the university. With that, it's brought a lot of attention to these businesses in a way they may not have seen coming. Carlos Aguilar and his brother owned Caracas Empanadas and Caracas Arrapes, bringing Venezuelan cuisine to Library Mall for over a decade.
Thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate it.
Carlos shares the added influx of foot traffic due to the campus protest have impacted not just him and his brother, but all the food trucks nearby.
It's been an increase of foot traffic with people. With the weather and a lot of people here, like more people. And just the people just passing by, marching, like parades. That's it.
The Aguilar brothers have worked at this location since 2011. For now, reporting at Library Mall, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
New tonight at 5, TikTok is pushing back against a law that could ban the app here in the United States. Today, TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, filed a petition alleging that the law is unconstitutional. The company says the law blocks free speech and prevents users from accessing lawful information. It comes after President Biden signed the legislation last month that would ban the social media platform in the U.S. entirely unless the company sells it to a non-Chinese entity by January of next year. TikTok CEO said the company will not sell and will fight in court to stay online in the U.S.
Here is a live look at New York City tonight as the hush money trial against former President Trump continued today. It is the first time in history a former U.S. president has been tried in a criminal case.
And the woman at the center of it all, Stormy Daniels, testified today about their sexual encounter from 2006. Michael George has more from that key testimony.
Former President Donald Trump's attorney asked for a mistrial, calling Tuesday's testimony from adult film star Stormy Daniels extraordinarily prejudicial. The judge denied the request, but did agree some things were better left unsaid. Daniels recalled meeting the former president in his hotel suite in Lake Tahoe in 2006. She testified they spoke for 2 hours, including a mention of Melania Trump. And Daniels said when she came out of the bathroom, the former president was on the bed wearing boxers and a T-shirt. She told the court they ultimately had sex, and she took a cab back to her hotel, telling very few people what had happened.
A few things the prosecution has brought out is that he never asked her to keep quiet about this. He never asked her to keep it from his wife, and these are things that the defense will want to raise later.
Trump denies the alleged encounter.
The prosecution has to establish the former president had an incentive to cover up these payments to Stormy Daniels, to make the payments and cover it up. And in order to do that, the prosecution has to show that she would have been a compelling figure had she told this story right before the election.
On the stand, Daniels detailed the financial arrangement, testifying she signed a contract in exchange for her silence, and the $130,000 payment was late. Earlier, Trump called the criminal trial unfair and said there's no smoking gun.
That's what they're trying to get us on, the fact that we call a legal expense a legal expense.
Trump also railed against the judge's gag order on his way into court, calling it unconstitutional, but made no mention of Daniels by name. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And next at 5, we'll go back to meteorologist Jacob Madison with a latest look at the forecast.
And the system moving through the state today led to death and destruction in Oklahoma overnight. We'll take a look after the break.
And on Wall Street, mixed numbers and marginal movement as the Dow ticks up 32 points. The Nasdaq loses almost 17. The S&P 500 adds 7. We'll be right back.
Have your best summer ever with Bachman's Mother's Day Pool Sale. Save 25% off all in-stock above-ground radiant pools. Visit our showrooms in Madison and Brookfield and save.
Go ahead. Relax. It's Bachman's.
Get an 11% rebate on everything for your next project at Menards. Dutch Boy Exterior Stain and Sealer provides one-coat protection and repels rain in 4 hours, saving you time and money. A gallon is $31.99 plus 11% rebate. Finish your wood projects with Cabot Australian Timber Oil. It's perfect for deck, siding, and outdoor furniture and provides maximum penetration and water repellency. A gallon is $49.98 plus 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. Every run is more than just a run. It's about finding oneself. Movement in a new pair of Hokas is good magic. Gear up today at Morgan's Good Form Running. Buy a pair of Hokas and experience the difference. Why run when you can fly?
Experience the comfort and style of Hoka. Visit us here today at Morgan's Good Form Running.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
No question, I want to spend these months at home with hospice care from A Grace, so I can be with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
Have your best summer ever with Bachman's Mother's Day Pool Sale. Save 25% off all in-stock above-ground radiant pools. Visit our showrooms in Madison and Brookfield and save.
Go ahead. Relax. It's Bachman's.
Coming up at 6, we'll continue to use Future Track to track other thunderstorms that could pose severe weather across southern Wisconsin Tuesday evening.
Then discover how one mom is ready to face off with the Janesville Jets hockey team over concerns for the game's accessibility. That's tonight at 6.
Been scammed? Landlord not responding? Have billing disputes? Take action. May 16th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. Call 608-270-2833 and News 3 Now's Call for Action investigators will help you get results. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Dangerous storms continue to target large portions of the central and eastern U.S. this week, with overnight tornadoes in Oklahoma that left behind at least one death and a massive trail of destruction.
Now, Laura Aguirre brings us more as the search and rescue efforts move ahead in Oklahoma and where forecasters say these violent storms are heading next.
Man, this is Mother Nature. I mean, all we could do is just, take cover.
Daybreak over northeast Oklahoma, revealing the path of a massive, destructive overnight tornado.
Walk out and look at the damage and just be glad you're alive.
Small towns like Bartlesville and Barnsdall, about 40 miles north of Tulsa, taking some of the hardest hits from the savage pre-dawn storm.
We have had significant damage to a large portion of the town. We did have one fatality so far.
Some injured residents were treated at a local hospital, says the mayor, adding that search and rescue teams are still combing through leveled buildings.
As soon as we get done conducting our secondary search, we will begin cleanup.
Cleanup that will be all too familiar for much of the town. Many residents here were still rebuilding from an EF1 twister that roared through in early April. The emotional toll now nearly as devastating as the physical damage.
I know 75 to 80% of the people in this town. The individual that we lost, I knew him very well, and it's pretty tough.
And they may not be out of the woods yet. Forecasters say tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds could revisit parts of Texas and Oklahoma up into much of the Midwest and Tennessee Valley through Wednesday, with a lower risk stretching into New England and along the mid-Atlantic coast. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
So now for what's happening across our viewing area, meteorologist Jacob Madison with the latest first warn forecast. Jacob?
Yeah, we're still seeing those thunderstorms in Iowa continue to strengthen a little bit. There's a second severe thunderstorm warning off to the north. That cell looks like it will miss our area to the north, but down here, just now entering Grant County, this storm has produced a severe thunderstorm warning, likely going to produce another one as we are seeing a pretty steady, I wouldn't say a very large swath of heavy rainfall, but enough to produce some pretty heavy rain for a decent period of time. Again, just now crossing the Mississippi River, and this extends a few miles beyond just the front of the storm. So we are going to see these storms continue to impact our region during the evening hours. Best chance to see the severe weather will be between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. But by the time we get a little bit past 9 p.m., a lot of those storms will clear out of our area. But these storms could produce large hail, damaging winds, maybe even an isolated tornado or two. And as we get closer to 9 p.m., as I mentioned, a lot of those storms will clear out of the area. We may continue to see some lingering showers and storms closer to midnight, but these showers and storms very unlikely to produce any severe weather as the temperatures will be just a bit too cold. Now, as we get into the morning, we are going to be dry, but then another chance of rain will come tomorrow. Before I talk about that, here's a look at the severe weather impacts we are expecting. At a medium chance for hail, low to medium chance for wind, a pretty low chance for a tornado, but again, we are not expecting a 0% chance, so we do have to mention that. Flooding, not too much of a concern. Now, looking at the forecast for tomorrow, we're going to see clouds develop during the afternoon and more showers and storms are expected. Now, there is a marginal risk for severe weather for areas in the southwestern portion of the state, but we aren't expecting as much widespread thunderstorm activity that we saw today and will see this evening, which is why we haven't put out an alert day for tomorrow. But we are expected to see more showers and storms during the evening into the overnight hours, especially for Madison and areas south. Still could see some rain further north of our area, but Most of the rainfall will be in the southern half of our region, and this will continue through the early morning hours Thursday, possibly even into the afternoon, but most of the rain will fall during the morning for your Thursday. Now, looking at precipitation, very unclear how much rain we will see for this evening. It will all depend on where those storms form, but looking at the rainfall for Wednesday night into Thursday, we could see up to, if not exceeding, an inch for the southern portion of our area. Again, it looks like the southern half of our region will see most of the rain from the Wednesday night into Thursday system, with not quite as much rainfall expected for areas north of Dane County. Now, looking at the temperatures, the system today not going to impact the temperatures too much. We're still going to be in the 70s tomorrow, but that system tomorrow night will drop them with highs only in the upper 50s for Thursday and then lower 60s for Friday and Saturday. And then we're going to be back above average for most of next week. But we're still not expecting our first 80-degree day of the season for the foreseeable future. So looking at the 7 to 10 day forecast, we do have a slight chance of rain Friday with a better chance of rain on Saturday again. Mother's Day looking just about perfect. Really the only day in the 10-day forecast that we aren't expecting rainfall. We do have some on and off chances of rainfall next week. Best chance looks to be Wednesday, but right now the rain chance next week still very unclear which day will be the worst, but it does look like the temperatures will be warmer with highs mostly in the 70s.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Just ahead, seat materials in our cars are designed to keep us safe from fire, but experts say those same materials may present other issues. We'll have that story next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. When it's time to plant and grow your dream yard, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $5 gift card with a $50 Miracle Grow purchase. 2 cubic foot bags of Miracle Grow potting mix, $11.99. Estate lawn or garden fertilizer, $29.99. And with Mother's Day coming up, 4 packs of flowering annuals and vegetables, $2.29. Plus, visit our outdoor garden centers, now open at select Blaine's Farm and Fleet stores.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Broadway at Overture Center. See the best of Broadway. Subscribe at overture.org.
watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
New research is raising concern about toxic chemicals coming from the seats inside your vehicle. Most seats are treated with flame-resistant chemicals under federal fire safety standards.
A new study in the journal Environmental Science and Technology found those chemicals are in the air inside cars, meaning you may be breathing them in. Anna Werner looks at the findings and what you can do to protect yourself.
San Francisco's Vina Singla drives an electric car to help the environment, but hadn't thought much about the air inside her car.
I never realized there could be toxic chemicals. It was very surprising to me, to be honest.
About 2 years ago, she volunteered to participate in a study looking at drivers' exposure to flame retardants used on automobile seats to meet federal fire safety standards. She and 100 other car owners placed these silicone bands in their cars for a week to measure the levels of those chemicals in the air inside their vehicles.
I want to know what chemicals are in my car and if there's anything I can do to reduce my own exposures.
Now the results are in. The study finds vehicles are likely an important source of human exposure to potentially harmful flame retardants. Those most likely to be exposed, commuters, full-time vehicle drivers, and children, who the study says would also be at risk of greater exposure than adults for equivalent commuting times. The Green Science Policy Institute's Lydia Yall is one of the study's authors.
Does that mean that when you get in your car, you are going to be breathing these chemicals?
It does mean you'll be breathing the chemicals.
And they found levels of some of those chemicals were 2 to 5 times higher in summer as compared to winter.
In hotter temperatures, the chemicals are able to be released from the car materials more easily. And so you end up with higher concentrations.
So the hotter it gets, the more chemical you're likely to have.
Yes.
Researchers can't say precisely what the health effects might be from breathing in those flame retardants, but they note that a 2023 U.S. National Toxicology report found evidence of carcinogenic activity in rats and mice for the most frequently found chemical. They and others are calling for the federal flammability standard to be reevaluated, similar to how the standard for upholstered furniture was revised in 2021 to eliminate flame retardants. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which sets those standards, did not respond to our request for comment. But the International Association of Firefighters Union says most car fires come from car engines and accidents, not car interiors. And the chemicals also pose risks to firefighters. The union's Pat Morrison.
When you put those flame retardants in there and the fire is going, that's what we're breathing in. Some of the most toxic air that you will ever find anywhere.
Back in San Francisco, Vina Singla's test showed flame retardants too, which she says is frustrating.
We've made great strides in making our cars safer, over the decades. I just think we can do better and actually have healthier, safer cars.
In the meantime, the researchers recommend when you first get in your car, roll down the windows and let the air out.
Anna Werner, CBS News, San Francisco.
Let's stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
When replacing your windows, you want them to be built by the best and backed by the best. That's what you'll get with replacement windows only available from Renewal by Andersen. When you choose Renewal by Andersen at Wanakee Remodeling, you're not getting a one-size-fits-all product. From design and sales to manufacturing, installation, and service, we own the entire process. This month only, when you buy one window or patio door, you'll get 140% off, plus 12 months special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
We're a really busy family of 6 and moving into a new house, and Empire made it really easy.
They brought samples to our house, quality products, and installation on our schedule.
And we're really happy with everything.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Like a bowl of cherries, life in Attic Angel is healthy and sweet. Our independent and assisted living lifestyles include newly renovated apartments, engaging social activities, and wellness support that is tailored to you. As time marches on, we promote the idea that life can always be a bowl of cherries. Attic Angel Community, the house that angels built.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Think Sloan's first.
We've been with Sloan Implement since my father started farming, my grandfather started farming. They are a family business that's been around for generations, and that's very important to us.
Think Sloan First now during the Green Tag sales event on a John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor. Your Sloan deal includes tractor, loader, plus mower deck. Get 1.9% for 84 months. That's just $232 per month.
Think Sloan's first.
Ride chips.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Right now, get 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feltco.
Win a hand-pay jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, for our Heart of America, our incredible story leading up to Mother's Day. Meet one brave new mom and a police officer who helped make a very special delivery. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
I'm Maddie Heimsch. Coming up at 6, how one Janesville parent is advocating for disabled community members in her son's memory.
Well, finally tonight, no use crying over spilled beer. A semi-truck hauling cases of beer overturned. This was on I-80 in Northern California early yesterday morning. It scattered cases of silver bullet cans along the roadway.
Luckily, the driver and passenger only had minor injuries and are okay. Authorities believe the driver may have gone off the right side of the road and then overcorrected, causing the semi to tip over.
Hopefully he wasn't sampling his product on the way. Let's go to Jacob for a final check of our forecast out there. Jacob.
Thanks, Eric. Looking at the current radar, still seeing some pop-up showers and storms. I do want to point out further north, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the far northwestern portion of Juneau County. This system, or this storm rather, could produce 60-mile-per-hour winds and hail up to an inch in diameter, but we're keeping a closer eye on the systems to the southwest that will likely impact much of our region over the next few hours. So we will provide updates once they come.
All right, CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.